NES game. So the Nintendo Entertainment System, this is the original NES. We're going to try and come to the top
5.
We're going to try to come
three.
to the top three
Top 3
between us. That's
and
it
was
tough.
First released in the U.S. October 18th in 1985.
Really? I didn't think it was that far. I thought it was like 88. So,
no.
Wow.
And they released 17 games. And I don't think any, I think maybe one is on my list.
All right.
Don't you look at my list?
I wanted to see. I thought those were the 17.
Copier?
I thought those were the 17.
No, I didn't write them down. I don't want to write down. All right, fine. I have the website, I think, pulled up.
Well, you can't give us.
So let's introduce ourselves before you look it up. Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I am Martha Southgate, and I'm co-owner of Southgate Media Group.
You are?
I am Chris Mao, co-owner of Blue Box Cafe.
And I am Rob Southgate, co-owner of Southgate Media Group. And if you want to contact us, I said this in the last show, say it here. If you want to contact us, our email is southgatemediagroup@gmail.com. If you have a pop culture countdown you want to have us tackle, write it in. Let us know. You can also tweet us at SMG Pods. You can write us there with that, or on our Facebook page.
Yep, Facebook page.
Okay.
We can also do Live at the Blue Book Facebook page. Do we have?
Live at the Blue Book.
Project
Blue Book? Yes.
Booking at the Blue
If you're
Black.
trying to sell your car, you could go to Live at the Blue Book, which is our other podcast.
The Kelly Blue
show,
Book.
yeah.
Should we get some money from them?
Okay, so the 17, you want to know the
So
17?
you can do it at Blue Box. And
I'm
wait,
just
one more thing. You
ignoring
can
you
also write to us on our website, which we're redesigning right now, but we have a comment section. You can go in there on each page, and that's www.southgatemediagroup.com. And we have all the shows on there too, including these.
Okay.
Go, Martha.
Okay, so the 17 launch titles.
Martha, go.
10-Yard Fight, Baseball, Clue Land, Duck Hunt, Excite Bike, Golf, Gyromite, Hogan's Alley, Ice Climber, Kung Fu Master, Pinball, Soccer, Stack Up, Super Mario Brothers, Tennis, Wild Gunman, and Wrecking Crew. So none of those made my list, I don't think.
No.
Why? I need it for the
No, you
podcast.
can't.
Why? What do you need? Okay, we're kind of
in the middle of a podcast right now.
Maybe you've heard of it.
I wonder where she got that attention span from.
Yeah, right.
Holy.
Shiny
Hello.
object. All right.
Can we
So,
stop? And
Yeah, exactly.
who wants to go
It's the-
first? Now, did you play a lot of NES?
yeah. Okay.
Heck yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
So did we. All through our
And
dating
we were
everything.
actually together in 1985. Oh, no, 86.
No, 86.
87.
But Martha bought
January
me
of
my Nintendo.
87.
Martha bought me my Nintendo.
Wow.
So, yeah. Yep. So, there you go.
Yeah, I did that.
Yep. So, Martha, I'll let you
No,
start.
I wanted Chris to go.
Chris, you start.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna throw one out that we talked about
Yeah.
a little bit earlier because I thought it was one of the best games that came out, and just in terms of the Nintendo had like 3 definite themes. It kind of had like sporting games. They kind of had like those video arcade and the platformers,
Yep.
whether they be the RPG or whatever. So I'm going to take like one of the sport games I thought was the best one of it. It's the game Punch Out.
Oh, Punch Out. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Excuse me, where it was Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and Mike Tyson would work his way up the ranks, and he fought the guy like he had to punch him in the stomach, and then he would cover up,
And his
then
pants would fall down.
pants would fall down, and the way to beat it. And I just thought it was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was like one of the best games
Yeah,
that you played. And
We
you could just
played
sit there and
that
play
a lot.
we played it a lot. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. And did
I
you
have
ever make
that.
it to the end and get to Mike Tyson?
Right. I beat the game. So.
Oh, I never beat Mike.
I don't
Mike
think
was.
we beat games too much.
I have.
We didn't typically beat the
Yeah,
games.
but Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, I got all the way to Mike Tyson more than once.
Right.
But I could never beat that. Mike Tyson character was so overpowered. It was really
sure.
difficult. But it was what a great 8-bit version of him. He was like
Yes.
super blocky and
Yeah.
giant. He had the gap between his
He had
teeth.
like the tiny
Yes.
waist and the big big
And, like,
shoulders.
He just
It was
like, you sit there,
brilliant.
like you go to punch him and he just like boom, all your power's gone. Like
Right.
you had to know the trick. That was the other thing about that game. You had to know
And there were tricks. If you hit a certain when
It-
he put his arm like this and you'd punch at that moment.
punch him in his belly, or like when the guy's thing would
yeah.
blink.
Right.
Yes, you knew
The guy with
exactly.
the turban.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
They
gonna
all had
attack
a
you.
tell, so
Yes.
you knew exactly at what point to do something.
Yeah, and if you got a
Yes.
Game Genie, you could walk your way right through all of that.
Right.
But
With
yeah,
yes.
I love
Power glove.
The Power Glove.
Power glove.
Do you watch
So-
Goldberg's? Did you see it when Adam got the Power Glove?
What do you say? Was this on your
Punch
list?
Out. 100% on my list.
It's on my list too.
On your list?
You know what's
Yeah.
going to be tough? I have
We're
a
gonna
feeling we're going to have a lot of crossover, but breaking
gotta
it
get
down,
it down
to the
to
top
three.
three is going to be
Yeah.
brutal. And the thing is, there really are, like, when I think about the games, there's probably 20 I could name that I would put pretty even footing. I just went cream of the crop.
Well, the hard part is that a lot of them are based off of each other, so there were things that were similar between them. I think there's so many just iconic platforms that they did that I think I think it might be simple. But
Well, think about it. They launched some of these games that we're going to talk about.
Right.
Where did our clock go?
The effect, it was blocking you.
Oh.
The effect of those.
Put that back up? No, I'm teasing.
No. the effect of those games, like Punch Out, Mario,
Wait,
Zelda.
we're not talking
No,
about
I'm just saying when you talk about these properties that were launched with or that were in that first couple of years of the NES.
Oh, sure.
Those are the same games, just new iterations of them that are still going.
Yes.
They were on the N64. They were on the Wii U.
Every version of the Nintendo
But-
Q. I mean, the whole shot. Yes.
And then it's not like they're
GameCube and all
tired
those.
reiterations of them.
No.
All right. Mark, what
All
do you
right.
got?
I am going to go. Now, I have a question because I feel like this should be grouped. But I want to go with Super Mario Brothers, but it's got to be 1, 2, 3.
No.
I feel like it should be 1, 2,
We're not
3.
saying properties from NES.
Okay.
Well, see,
If
I
it's
would
game, then I got
I
to go
would
2.
disagree because I think for the NES,
There's nope.
well, there is one that's much better.
Okay, 2.
I would say it would be 2.
Yes.
I think 2 is the best one.
We win.
I don't.
I know you don't, but we win. Well, the one
I love
where,
2.
and when he would pull the carrots and he
But
had
that-
the whole, I loved all that.
This is why
that was the
you can't
graphics
lump
on
them.
that one.
This is why you can't
All
lump
right,
them. Although,
2.
Martha, they did release on the GameCube, I think it was,
Yes,
All
they
three.
did
the
group,
collection.
Yes.
So you could technically say it for that system, but
Yeah.
not for this.
Yeah.
This is this cartridge. And Mario 2, I don't know if you know this, but that was not a Mario game in Japan.
Well,
There was
it
Super
should've
Mario
been.
Brothers came out here.
Good thing I don't
It was a
live there.
huge hit. And, it's obviously a Japanese, it was called Famicom over in Japan. They had a game called, I think it's called like Night Night or something. And they had to come out with a sequel because it was such a big hit here. And they were under a time crunch. So they just reskinned the game to be a Mario game for the American release. That is not Mario Brothers 2. But what's crazy is, and it was a different studio, like they made up stuff. There are that's why there are all these characters that are not in 1,
Right.
and that are not in 3.
Mhm.
It's like a
But then
standalone game almost.
But then are in everything else.
But then
so.
they ended up, and it wasn't released in Japan under this,
Right.
but eventually those became canon for the Mario Brothers world. So that stuff is there. So it seems like a natural, but it really wasn't. It was a reskinned game.
All right. Well, we don't care because we live here.
But you guys
And-
both said
and we
Super
want
Mario
2.
I thought 2 was the best.
Oh, 2 was
my
fantastic.
enjoyment of the game was the best back then.
Yes.
I absolutely love 2.
Okay, so you're agreeing with us?
No,
I knew you were going to be a jerk about it.
no.
What are you going to say? 3?
You're gonna say Donkey Kong.
I haven't said
It's
what
your
I'm
turn.
saying it. It's my turn?
Yes.
Wait, so you're not? But what about
We're
for
taking
him?
we're taking 2. He said no. The 2 of us are doing it.
I don't have to tell
He's
you
a
what
rat
I think
bastard.
on
Oh,
Mario
you are
yet.
so
I'm going
contrary.
to go with possibly my number 1.
What?
Possibly.
What?
It's tough.
Go ahead.
Legend of Zelda.
Oh, I have Zelda.
Now, I love 2. Link to the Past, amazing. And a lot of people would argue it's better. Legend of Zelda, there's a game I beat. I played
We played
through
it
that game
endlessly.
more than once.
Okay. The other thing.
loved that game.
The other thing about Zelda, when you talk about the original, like you said, there's a sequel or whatever, but
There were
Zelda
4
was
NES.
groundbreaking. I
Yeah.
mean, it was.
Oh, it's
There was nothing else like it, and it's so unique even today. Like it's just.
amazing.
I think it needs to be on its own. Just
well,
Zelda.
and I'll tell you something about Zelda. With all the mobile devices and everything, whenever people bring up the fact that like, oh, Nintendo needs to put their games on mobile devices and that, the first game I think of is I would get Zelda in a heartbeat.
Sure.
The original Zelda, to be able to play it on a device and walk through those dungeons, I don't care if it's 8-bit graphics. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Now somebody's going to write in and be like, you can do that with a mod, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Yes, we
all right,
know.
Nerdlinger. We know. But that's what I think of
Nerdlinger.
when I think
you talking to
Nintendo
yourself?
going on a
Yeah.
device.
He's talking to whoever's about to write
Zelda.
him.
Legend of Zelda. Yeah, it's going to be
Okay.
Brandon or somebody.
I would agree, and I would say call it right now that it's number one, regardless of anything any of you guys said. But I'm just going to say that because
Okay.
I would agree.
And there've been like
I would go
20
with
Zelda
that.
games at this point, and I think there's only one that people say isn't like 5 stars.
Right.
All right, your
It's
turn.
crazy.
Okay, so I'm going to go into the like dual player kind of game. I'm going to go Contra, which I thought was
Up, down, left, right, left, right.
an
Yeah.
amazing
A,
game.
B.
It was
ABA.
It was the
Yeah, that was
first
the
game
cheat
with
code.
the ultimate hacks before there was a Game Genie. It was Ninja Game was a good one. I think Contra was better just because of the tie over with it, and I thought Contra was the best game of that kind of. It was that arcade style game.
Yeah.
Not the platform, not the story arc. Contra was just let's go kill stuff
Mhm.
and kind of have some kind of thing. That would be my
And
vote,
kind of
so.
have some kind of thing. Okay.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, we have a goal. Let's go kill this boss.
Yeah.
It wasn't like,
Yeah.
it just was arcade, just kill stuff.
Okay, I will probably change a vote to go there, but not yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Wait, we didn't vote on it.
I'm voting
I'm
yes.
going Contra.
I didn't yet.
Double Contra. No, first Contra, that was the
Yeah,
game
I
that I
might.
played the heck out of that thing. And it was dumb. It was mindless. You're just running and shooting.
Right, but it was
But it was kind of like Mario. It was just a platformer, like the first Mario, just a platformer. You're running through a thing, and it's guided,
Well-
and you can't really go back.
Contra was
But it
Nintendo's
was
version,
awesome.
right, of Double Dragon, of Street Fighter. It was kind of like that in that genre where it's the arcadey kind
Yeah,
of game.
arcadey platform fighting your way
Okay.
through
Because
with
we were talking
guns.
those games.
And it was
Shinobi
great because it was
great.
like giant guns,
Right.
and craziness going on.
All right.
Great.
My next one is going totally different direction, but it is still, I think, Ms. Pac-Man.
I love that game.
I didn't
But
like
I am not
Pac-Man,
putting
but
it
I
on
love
NES.
Ms. Pac-Man.
So that was on NES.
It's right here. Well, and it had so much more going on with it.
Oh, it came out in '93. Okay.
Okay.
You know what? I don't know if it was that for me, but I did like Ms. Pac-Man more than I liked Pac-Man. I thought there was just something that was tweaked in a way that it worked better.
Did you have
Well,
Ms.
they-
Pac-Man?
I did not have Miss Pac-Man.
I
but
do not either.
I think it's a great game, and if you want to put it in honorable mention, the issue I had with NES games was I wanted NES games that were developed for the NES. Miss Pac-Man was a
Was a
That was a
console.
console game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a console
kinda
game by
like
Namco. It's
Double
completely
Dragon
different.
was just like some of the other games that
Dig Dug or any of those.
right
were
because I
developed
think Pac-Man needs to be played with a joystick, not a controller.
right.
Okay.
That would be my concern. Although it's a great game. Pac-Man sucks. No, Pac-Man of any
No,
iteration
no.
is
In
Yeah, but Ms.
fantastic.
Pac-Man was the
In
best.
fact,
of
a
the
few
Pac-Man.
years ago,
I would agree with that too.
on not Xbox 360 or no, not Xbox One. It was
One.
Xbox 360. They have like live Xbox Live where you can do these arcade games that you get just download through the console. They did one called Championship Pac-Man that was amazing.
Did
It was
Billy
so
Wagner support
fun. It was just like a broken Pac-Man game.
Right.
Like it had one level that was all ghosts. All you did was gobble up ghosts as fast as you could.
Sure.
And it was a blast. Stuff like that. So Pac-Man, that does stand the test of time. And it's weird that it would.
Right.
It doesn't make my list for a Nintendo
Mhm.
game.
Because we've been to level 257 here in Schaumburg. For
Yeah.
I can't think of the Nakomi. Is that the name? Is that who?
I thought it was
produced it?
Namco did it.
Namco. Sorry, I can't think of the name. I mean, they have the Pac-Man tabletop where you can sit
Right.
there and play. It's so fantastic.
Still fun.
It's still fun, and it was as exciting when you put your quarter in 1985 or 86, whenever it was, as it is now to do it that way. I just think it's one of those games, like I said, needs to be played in that
Yeah.
mode. Putting it on your big screen TV at home doesn't have that visceral feel to me. So,
All right. What do you got?
All right.
what do you got next?
Now, this is going to sound like I've got a theme going. I kind of do for two. This game, to me, was another eye-opening type of game. Final Fantasy 2.
Hmm.
Final Fantasy was great, but Final Fantasy 2, I played all the way through to the end, and then I got the Game Boy version because I wanted to see what else happened. When you play it now, it's like, well, it's dated, and it's like just these little guys moving around, and it was so different than Zelda, and it was one of these things that kind of told me where it could go.
Right.
Because everyone talks about graphics, but I'm more concerned with storytelling. I'm more concerned with what is happening within the game. And this had something else going on, which obviously has spawned multiple versions, and they get drastically different over time. Sure. But Final Fantasy II, I think, was one of the standouts on the NES. Loved it.
Not have that one.
I'm going to put a
Question
question mark because I think it's great, but I kind of, when you're talking top 3,
you don't know if that would make it.
See, I don't know if it would make the top 3, but I think it would make the top 5 or top team picture in there because it's a great game. It's a great platform. But how much different is it than Zelda and its great?
See, I felt it was very different.
I do too, but yeah.
You know, I almost said there was one called Star Tropics that was kind of like that too. And I was like, God, I love that game. But it
didn't have the legs of Final Fantasy.
No, it's Zelda or Final Fantasy. It wasn't the same. These two are so different in my mind, and I'm telling you, I'm not going to have more like that in the rest of my lineup.
All right,
did you say yes or no?
I didn't have that.
So the last one that I want to bring up for consideration, because I think we've covered all the other ones, is Tetris.
I got it.
I
love it.
Which I think is iconically as a logic game.
Brilliant
I thought
game.
It was great.
I lost many hours.
Yes, that was the time suck of that era doing that.
Yeah, Tetris is well, and different iterations of it, and you would even look for crappy versions of it. I had Hatris, where it was
Hatris was awesome. Yeah,
yeah,
not as good as Tetris.
Yeah.
Tower and played Tetris.
Yes.
People did it
in
with the lights on
Chicago.
Sears Tower.
They, I don't know if it was Willis Tower. It was somewhere.
That's what you talk about, Willis Tower.
And they had lights configured. They have LED display on the side of the building. I thought it was the Waves building or something like that.
Yeah, it was one of them,
but this guy hacked their system and turned it into moved all the dots and turned it into a Tetris game.
That's awesome.
And stood out there with a thing playing Tetris on the side of the building downtown Chicago. So Molly, yes, you are correct.
With our governor.
Probably not. No, there's no room. There's no room. All right, we had too many politicians in there.
They got to get a governor out of there to make room.
Okay. We get two
for sure.
Tetris?
I'm going to go Tetris. I didn't put it on my list, but
Tetris
as soon
needs
as you
to be
said,
one
I'm like,
of the top
I know
three,
the hard part is you talked about there are 20 games, and I wanted to pick some different genres because I think
Tetris is an iconic
Tetris
game.
is brilliant. It's
brilliant. I almost said Dr. Mario because Dr. Mario was so good, but really it's just another Tetris-y type game.
Right.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't make my cut.
Okay, I have a couple of honorable mentions. One of my favorite games was Arkanoid. And now we talked about this before. It was a console game, and it was brilliant as a console game. But I was so excited when they put it on Nintendo, but it didn't play as well. So that's why I'm not putting it in my top.
Because it didn't have the wheel.
No, but I'm just saying, as a game, Arkanoid was awesome.
Well, that's like Centipede. Centipede has to be played.
Right.
Yes. And then Donkey Kong, just for what it represents.
Sure.
But I didn't put it as my top 5.
Well, but if you were going to talk about
mention.
video games of all time, Donkey Kong basically made Nintendo.
Oh my gosh!
Made the
Well, that's where Mario came from.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
But so it almost should be in the top 3 just because of its influence, but not necessarily. But
it wasn't. But it wasn't an NES like I said.
He's talking console birth.
Yeah. So I did that one, and then Q*bert. Q*bert just for
I loved Q*bert, but once again,
and
I loved it on the arcade, but I hated it on the Nintendo.
But it wasn't. I didn't put it in my final, but I just wanted to mention
it. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, they play Q*bert.
Okay.
So there you go.
Do you have another one you want to throw
I
in?
did. Somebody steamrollered the entire.
It was my turn. I go after Chris.
You did all of yours. I still had a couple.
No, I was just doing my honorable mentions.
Oh, okay. Do you have more after that?
No, because I'd already locked in.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
You can do whatever you want now. It's your time.
Super Mario Brothers 3, I think, is superior to 2. I loved 2, but I think 3 is a better game, and that's where you get the raccoon tail. That's you get. There's so many elements of 3. There are so many elements of 3 that defined the series going forward. Yes, you have characters that are canon from 2. 1 is the prototype everything is based on. Then you've got 2 that has a lot of this. But 3 is where it all changed. I remember playing 3 and thinking...
When he could fly.
He could fly with the raccoon tail.
Right.
They got the frog suit. It was like, you played it and went, wow, this is like not even close to what... And everything after that became that.
Sure.
And it was great. Like, we played the heck out of that.
Yeah, but I always would still go to 2.
Talking about Game Genie... We actually did it with the Game Genie too. Now, we didn't use that to like beat games, but we would play games with it and then take it off once in a while.
Right.
And that game with the Game Genie, where it would get you through some of those levels that were impossible, was just amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, you know what? I still, even to this day, always choose 2. I just love the feel of the game.
Enough.
I love the look of that game. I love the way it played. And 3 was fun, but it was not. 2, there was something about 2.
The reason I like 2 was the play. I didn't say the playability, but the mechanics of 2. I love 3.
Right.
I lumped them all together because I said I thought the Mario line was fantastic.
Yes.
I thought it was iconic. So I lumped them all into there. But
Chris and I wanted to lump them all together, but we've got a curmudgeon over here that
I'm going to throw. Nope. I'm going to throw through honorable mentions that may sway here.
Okay.
The reason I can't put this on my list is, believe it or not, these 2 I never played. But when I was looking it up online, and I was like, what do people say is the top 5 Nintendo games?
Right.
2 popped up on a bunch of lists. Everybody tells me about them. I never play them. Metroid?
Yes.
Never played it.
It's
played
a great
Super Metroid, or I played the one that was on the GameCube, and it was amazing.
Right.
Nothing like this. Okay? But everyone says this, you got to play it. And Mega Man. Mega Man has had like 40 versions of it. People love it. Yeah, but I mean now.
Oh, but in the 80s and 90s.
There were 6.
There were 6 from 87 until 94.
And people that love Mario say it's just as important a series.
I never played that.
It never got me. I tried it a few times. It didn't get me. Who knows? So those, I think, deserve a mention. If you guys had said like, yes, and I think there are audience members that might say yes.
I'm surprised you didn't say Metal Gear.
Nope.
I didn't say I wanted Metal Gear.
I'm
I'm surprised.
Metal Gear on every other platform after NES was fantastic. But
Metal Gear
NES
1 and 2 on the NES
was a little dated and rough.
They were
good,
fun,
right?
But Contra was better.
Yes,
but it was the seeds of something you could tell.
Yeah.
There's one,
but
go ahead.
But here's one that is kind of dated on there. But oh my gosh, Ninja Gaiden.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Was an amazing game.
We used to
I
play
played
that.
the heck out of that. That does make my list.
Now they have 3. Ninja Gaiden 2.
Yeah, they're
and
just
Ninja
extensions,
Gaiden.
and they're all the same game. They get really fun, but they're the same. It's one continued story. It's not like the Mario ones where they get drastically different.
Right.
This is one you almost could just lump them together. We're not going to. I'm saying Ninja Gaiden 1. That one was a great game.
Did that get a top vote for you?
No.
Top vote for me.
Oh, I thought you said it was an honorable mention.
Oh, that was a top vote for me.
Okay,
I have one more honorable mention that we really didn't kind of talk about was Castlevania.
That is on my top 5. Right. That is the 5th one I wanted to bring up.
And I loved it, and I excluded it because it's Wolfenstein on the NES.
Kind of.
Well, but it is. It's in the same
It's
universe.
Meets Mario Brothers.
Right.
But,
it's a great game. But
it's a great series. It falls apart in the N64. That was the tough one. But that's the only one in the series that isn't great. And even now, they made a new one, and it's back to that 8-bit thing. And you're like, people are like, why are they making an 8-bit? It's amazing.
It was amazing, but I thought it related too much to because they even said it. This is Wolfenstein for NES.
Sure.
And it is. It's the same game with Nintendo
Without Hitler
tweak.
showing up at the end.
Exactly. But I mean, so I kind of excluded it because it was a console game that they reiterated for it. But I thought it was a great game. I played the heck
loved
out of it.
And I loved the mythology of it and everything. I thought it was just great.
Right.
You get the heart cases and you had the whip, the
Yeah,
flaming
we used
whip.
to play it, but you know what? It was frustrating.
Okay.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
It
I
was,
didn't
it
like
was
that game.
It was kind of a hard game to maneuver, but
Yeah.
it was a great game. I thought there was a good story and a good.
Yeah,
arc
for
to
me,
it.
that
it would
makes my top
definitely
five. So
not
that
make
doesn't
my
it?
top 3. No.
So where are our votes at now?
Okay, so we have 2 that have 3 from all of us, which is Punch Out and Zelda,
Okay.
and then we have a few with 2 and one with kind of 2.5.
All right.
So the ones with 2, we Mario 2, we have 2 votes.
Yeah.
Mario 3 has 1. Contra had 2 hard and 1 iffy, and then Final Fantasy Tetris had all 3 too. So I mean, we have 3 with 3, but I don't know if that is technically the top
What were
3.
1 and 2?
So,
Tetris, Punch Out.
Punch Out, Tetris, and Legend of Zelda. We're all got 3 votes from us.
Wow. We can't do a. How do you do a top 3
You know what?
without a Mario
I take
in it?
Punch Out and put. I will concede to Mario 2 to
Okay.
take Punch Out out.
Okay, I would think that
So
would
Zelda.
could we tie Punch Out and Tetris? I mean, in terms of, and maybe,
No, I think
We're
it.
not
I think
allowed.
Punch
We
Out
have
is
to get to
4.
3.
Okay, I will go with
Yeah,
that.
Punch Out is
So
4.
can we all agree that Zelda is number 1? Or
Yes.
we're going to go with
Zelda's number 1.
Zelda's
in my opinion.
number 1.
Mario 2?
Mario
2,
number 2. Yeah.
Tetris 3.
Yes.
Punch
Even
Out
though it's
4?
important, and everybody loves it. I think those are defining
Yeah.
games.
If
And
we
I
were,
think
reason
they're
you would-
different.
if we were going
Each
to go
one
5,
is a
would
different-
Contra be 5 or not?
Yes.
Okay.
And then probably Ninja Gaiden
Punch
for
Out.
me.
No, Punch Out 4.
Punch Out 4,
And-
Contra 5.
I would say Final Fantasy would be 6.
Oh wait, Final Fantasy might be above Contra for me.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
We're
matter.
only allowed to have
Doesn't matter.
3.
We did 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Let's not fall into this rabbit hole.
Right.
Did we-
Number 27
So,
is
okay,
So
for tonight,
number 1.
for
Yes.
January 30th, 2016, and I can tell right now, we would change this in an hour.
We'd change it.
But
yeah,
for
in 5
now,
minutes.
at
not
this
the top
moment,
3. I don't think so.
number 1, Legend of Zelda.
Zelda.
Number 2, I already forgot.
Mario.
Mario
2.
Brothers 2, because
I'd
I
say-
will not
what-
let us lump Mario as 1. And,
is ridiculous.
And number 3 is
Tetris.
is it?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. I took
Number-
Tetris off of there.
No, we didn't.
No,
we
you
took
didn't. We took Punch Out off. Do you want Punch Out ahead of Tetris? I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with
I
Punch
could,
Out
I
being
could
a-
actually do Punch Out over Tetris.
Punch Out number 3.
See, we've already
I'm-
screwed it. We didn't make 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Legend of Zelda number 1.
Okay, you need
Tecmo
to.
Bowl number 2.
No,
No,
you
Legend
need
of
to.
Football.
You
10-yard
need
fight.
to acquiesce the fact. You need to say all Mario because then you win.
Then you say all
We
Zelda.
all win.
Then we say all Zelda too.
Zelda,
Zelda 1 and 2. The 3 Mario Brothers
Mario,
is number 2.
and
then number
Punch
3.
Out.
Punch Out number 3. or
You
Tetris?
really think Punch Out should be like Contra or Final Fantasy or any of those?
Well, we voted it. There was one of
I hate this.
That
Why
was-
did we do this one?
the. You were the one who knocked out Punch Out.
That's because I saw the thing blink and I knew when I hit.
The only reason I was
Come on,
voting
that was a
Punch Out
deep
was
cut
because when you
Punch-Out
punch him
joke.
in the
Come on.
stomach and his pants fell down.
I-
I don't
So
think
we go
that's a
with
good
Tetris.
enough
Tetris
reason
is
to
what we
vote.
said is-
No, I say Final Fantasy goes to 3 then.
No.
If we're doing
I didn't
series
play
like
Final
that,
Fantasy.
if you're doing a series, if you're doing Zelda as a series and Mario as a series, I think Final Fantasy because you got 1 and 2.
What do
on there
you
that are
want it to be,
amazing.
Chris?
I think it needs to be. I think
Contra?
No, I mean you do Contra.
Oh,
You
look.
got
What are the
Super,
other
you got
ones?
Contra and Super Contra, which
No,
are
look,
both
we gotta
amazing.
let's
No, Super Contra's on Super NES.
Exactly.
Ooh, if we did Super
think-
NES.
See,
I still think-
Contra, we used to play Contra all the time.
I
We
think-
didn't play. I didn't play Final
I think
Fantasy.
Tetris needs to be number 3, and then we lump all the other ones in there.
You want
I'm telling you, I
Tetris
think
3?
it's either-
Okay.
I think it's got to be Tetris, don't you?
Okay.
I think it does.
Okay, we're
Tetris
going to go
is a-
back to
we
Tetris.
still play
Legend of
Tetris.
Zelda,
Yes, we
or
do still
well,
play Tetris.
Zelda as a series on the NES. Anything lumped in, any of the Mario Brothers lumped in,
And then
is the Mario Brothers.
Zelda.
And then 3.
I
we did
mean-
Zelda 1.
I mean
is
Tetris.
Tetris.
Got
Okay,
it?
With
Done.
Punch Out, Contra, and Final Fantasy.
And
at
everything
3.1.
else. Yeah,
At 3.1, yes, they're nipping at the heel.
Okay, so we did agree.
We did agree. That's it. That ends Pop Culture Countdown
did?
for tonight. Boom. Thank you, Blue
We
Box.
did it.
We will be back next week. If you have ideas for more Pop Culture Countdowns that will give me apparently a stroke, write in with them. Okay, so for those of you that weren't here last week, we did an experiment last week. We've come up with another game show. We have another one that you don't even know about that is awesome. We have 2 new ones actually coming, I think next week or the following week. But this week, we did a little test last week of a game called Beat the Parents. It's a board game where you have trivia where the kids get to ask trivia questions to the parents, and the parents ask trivia questions to the kids. And I'm going to go over here. Oh, I get to beat
Hello,
Edward.
Edward.
Yay, I'm Edward.